Okay, welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy.
Never a dull moment.
Um, yeah, so I finally got my account linked. It must have just been overloaded last night. That's the only thing I can think of. But let's keep going. I'm excited.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
The controller
OWLs?
LED is like
Owls.
cycling
Yes, your
between like
ordinary
red and
wizarding level
gold.
exams.
It's actually pretty cool.
They will determine what
I've
type
never
of career
seen
you
it do
can
that
have when
before,
you leave here.
ever.
After much discussion
assume
with the
it's
headmaster
house colors,
and the
but
Department of Magical Education
interesting.
at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Where'd he go?
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Hold on.
This way.
Okay.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
I'm right behind you. Chill.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
Man,
Simply cast Revelio on it.
poor
and
Barufio is right. This portrait depicts the wizard Barufio, framed for his brain elixir, and is an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said S instead of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. It's a tough situation to be in. Field guide challenges are the only way to acquire experience points or XP. Interesting. Oops. This is your wizarding level. XP earned from challenges increases your level and power. Your field guide tracks your current challenge progress. Select the challenges menu to continue. I really don't like games that have cursors like this. That is like my one big con already in this game. It's just so weird. I'm just not a fan of it. I know some people like it, but I just don't. I always hate when games have a cursor. Each challenge has tiers. Special rewards unlock each tier you complete from appearances to critical upgrades. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. If I'm playing on a computer, absolutely, give me a cursor. But, like, I'm playing with a controller on a console. I don't want a cursor. Just let me use the D-pad and move around. Rewards must be claimed from the challenges menu. Come back often to collect rewards you have unlocked.
Clever, isn't it?
It's a ghost.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Did Peeves make you
That's
jump?
Peeves.
Oh!
Can I pet the cat?
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
I wanted to pet the cat. Wiggenweld potion.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay, open the map. Wow, that's a really cool map. Hogwarts is divided into two main areas. The left side of the map is where students and professors live. It includes the House Common Rooms and the Great Hall. Select the South Wing region to continue. In this view, you can see the flue flames available in that region. Green flue flames represent flames you have discovered, including your in-house common room. Gray flue flames reveal the location of undiscovered flames. Okay. The right side of the map is where you'll find academic points of interest, including the Astronomy Tower, library, and greenhouses. Select the library annex region to continue. Professor Weasley has unlocked the Central Hall flue flames for you. Rotate R to the map. Use R to rotate the map and fast travel to the Central Hall flue flames with square. I have heard that you can't see like an inside map of the castle, which kind of sucks.
These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the
Who's
Defense
the Defense Against the Dark Arts
class?
teacher?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education.
Do not recognize that name.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself. And
We're definitely gonna
speak of the devil.
keep ourselves
Fig,
very
your ears
honest
must have been
and
burning. Oh, yes.
good.
You seem to have provided
When we make a
Unwritten
Slytherin
with
character,
solid
we'll go
foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
the other way.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Okay. This symbol represents main quests. Completing main quests will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements. In these cases, you will need this level required and have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor's assignments or as quest rewards. Track a quest with X to continue. Let's go to Charms first.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I'm gonna assume Diagon Alley doesn't exist yet, because Ollivander is in Diagon Alley, not Hogsmeade. It's interesting. Okay, so again, we're still in the beginning of the game, so we still have a lot going on here. I don't know what to do with that. It's not the way I want to go anyway. I was like, what? Why can't I go through the door? It's loading, I guess. And this is cool. Alright, it's first class.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio. Or
Accio.
Accio, yeah.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Alright, what am I doing here? Summoning charm Accio. Pulls the target closer to the caster, hold R2 and press the summon button. Cast Accio and pull the target closer. Press button again to cease casting
Think
that
of this
spell.
like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marble out, you are summoning them. Splendid! Not to worry. Very good.
Why is it?
Lose your composure.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Let's go, baby.
Be sharp. There we go.
Oh, damn it. I like a little too early.
Nicely done. Watch this.
We're gonna tie, unless I mess this up.
That is how it's done.
Very good. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Kind of looked crazy there.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go. Yes!
Splendid!
Let us see this.
You better not knock one of my balls off. You'd be in big trouble. Don't fall off.
Happens
Oh,
to the best of
damn
us.
it.
That is how it's done.
That sucks.
Quite impressive.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
I let go just a little too late.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however,
See, that's
that I am
strange
growing quite
because
fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is
in
Ouagadougou
like
much bigger than
normal
Hogwarts?
Harry Potter lore,
Ouagadougou
like
School of
wizards
Magic
can't do magic
is the
without a wand.
largest wizarding school in the world.
I guess maybe you can. I
So
think
yes,
Dumbledore could.
Bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course.
A word, if you would.
Humans, if you're so
You wanted
inclined.
to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
First class student. Okay, cool.
Professor
Talk to him.
Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Duncan Hobhouse, what a name.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Yang. I want to... I thought I had... Did it not download it? Because I'm supposed to have... Because I did, I'll check after I'm done recording this episode. Because I did check the... Or I got logged into my Warner Brothers account. I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Okay, I need to... Side quests are now available. Available side quests can be found inside regions of Hogwarts marked as flag and discovered by exploring the world. These quests reward XP but do not advance the main story. Interesting. I am going to not like rush through the story, but I do kind of feel like I'm still in like a tutorial section, so we're just gonna keep going along with the main story for now, and then I will just kind of take my time and do whatever I want, because this is the only game I plan on playing for now until something else comes along, which probably will be the next Star Wars game. But so I don't have any other plans for anything, so this is just what I'm going to do. Let's go to Defense Against the Dark Arts.
we've got.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards.
It's kind of weird that you would learn this spell in defense against the dark arts.
Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast.
Basic cast.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, Levioso. Now, well done. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a
I know he's the Slytherin,
Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
whatever you call it, like if you join Slytherin, he's like one of the Slytherin people.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
If only all of my students were this adept.
Protego! Stupid Protego!
Levioso.
I do like a duel. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Dude, I just wrecked you, bro.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
Yeah, everybody talking about how you got
Practice?
destroyed.
It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done. I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Alright.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
So what am I doing now? What's this? Weasley after class.
What about the room, Professor?
House elf.
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are
Okay, so
familiar
Diagon
with
Alley
the
does
shop in
exist.
Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I do think it is mentioned somewhere in the books that there's a wand shop in Hogsmeade.
I've never heard of
Could
a
be wrong. I mean, I've read the
before,
books a lot of
Professor.
times, but
What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of
it would make
sorts
sense that there would be a
used when
wand shop
conjuring
there.
objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to
stick
go
with the
Natty.
fellow Gryffindor.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
So, like, do I have parents? Like, the game doesn't really tell you anything.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Assignments are types of quests given you by Hogwarts professors that, when completed, reward you with new spells. The reward for completing your first assignment will be the Mending Charm, or Paro, which is required to complete other quests. You can track assignments and their progress in the quest menu in your field guide. So, like, the game, you just, like, start with Professor Fig.
There you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The Mending Charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Okay, collect the flying page near the broken statue.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it.
Okay, and collect the flying page and
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
If only a new student would help me.
Brilliant.
I keep wanting to push X to open a
I
door.
trust the preliminary tasks.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old Mending Charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Quite the... I wonder if they're gonna get like really difficult. Like Avada Kedavra, I bet you that one's pretty hard. The Mending Charm Reparo can be used to mend broken objects and pieces of the environment.
That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
He's done it. Alright. Well, let's go to Hogsmeade. Actually, you know what? We'll leave that for the next episode. Seems like a good place to stop. So I'm gonna end it right here, and we'll pick it right back up going to Hogsmeade and getting our stuff. So if you watched and you enjoyed it, leave a like and consider subscribing. Let me know what you thought, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.